Hey guys, Max here. I'm going to show you guys a 4-step process how to set a goal, accomplish the goal, and move on to the next goal. I learned this from Jordan Peterson's book, Beyond Order. This is rule 3 explained, and let's set some goals, accomplish them, and keep moving forward. All right, rule 3 is do not hide unwanted things in the fog. I probably took this rule a little differently than the author had intended, but nonetheless, I took a very, 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 very good 4-step process from it to start to set goals and then accomplish them, which I think was worthwhile. Probably not how it was anticipated, but here we go. If you make what you want clear and commit yourself to its pursuit, you may fail. But if you do not make what you want clear, then you will certainly fail. You cannot hit a target that you refuse to see. You cannot hit a target if you do not take aim. And equally dangerously, in both cases, you will not accrue the advantage of aiming, but missing. You will not benefit from the learning that inevitably takes place when things do not go your way. All right, so the first step on how to fail completely is to not set a goal. The easiest way to make sure your life goes super easy and you never are challenged by anything is to not set any goals, because then you never actually know whether you failed or succeeded. If you don't set anything, how are you ever going to know you're aiming at the right thing? And I've seen this nihilism, which is pretty much just life has no meaning. That's what that means pretty much. It's so prevalent, and it's so frustrating because if people just figured out, me included, I have to put myself in this category because I really need help in a lot of areas. If I just figure out, if I set a goal and just have the goal in mind, that helps me move forward. If I have absolutely nothing to work for, nothing excited about, and nothing that gives me meaning in life, we're in a heap of trouble. So the counteract there is how to succeed is start by setting a goal. Whether it's something grandiose, which I do not encourage to begin with, or something really small. Something simple like, in Jordan's last book, cleaning your room, which you think is really simple and super easy, right? But think about it. If things are in disarray, it's easy to just forget about it. Or it's actually not. It's not easy to forget about it. It should haunt you. But when you start figuring out, like the small goal of cleaning your room, setting your room in order, you have to figure out what is going to go where and how that's going to be collected and how it's going to be organized. Setting that super small goal, that small step forward, is the beginning. And that's really important. And even in my life, I do small step. Okay, that's accomplished. Next small step. And the reality is, if you do one small step every single day for a whole year, that's a lot of steps you've taken in the correct direction. So first thing, start with setting a goal no matter how small you think it is. All right, next way to totally fail completely is setting out to accomplish a goal that you've defined loosely. Now, if people say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to accomplish this, accomplish that, it has to be super focused. Like the last rule, I talked about this as well, to be laser focused in your strategy, because that's really what it takes. To succeed in life, it's unlikely. It really is unlikely to have immense success. But the reality is this, many people do have immense success. And that's because they figured out that one North Star, that one pie in the sky, and figure out, what can I do today to move forward that? Move forward with that. But defining it loosely, like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be successful. But what is success? You have to define success. It's defining success in your marriage, with your family, having monetary possessions, having lots of money in the bank for security. You have to figure out what that is. What is that specific goal? Do not define it loosely or you are in a heap. Well, I already talked about this, but the way to counteract not having a loosely defined goal is to set a very, very defined goal. Very, very precise. I'm going to accomplish this. Being happy, being rich, simply not defining it makes failing really easy. Because, I feel rich. Figuring out that specific goal and how to go about it, now that is bread and butter. Next way to fail. Set a goal and don't take aim. How many times have we said, I'm going to be in better shape starting January 1st. But you don't do anything about it to make it happen. I've done that plenty of times. I'm going to do this starting next year. It's always next year. It's always next resolution. It's always tomorrow, the next day, the next week, the next month. The reality is the only time we have right now is the present. You will fail, guaranteed, if you do not take aim. If you never take aim, you never lift off. You never even know if you're going to succeed or not. That's the thing. You don't even know if it's going to happen. And the way to really accomplish something is to have a very, very precise, written out plan. And here's the kicker: a deadline. You can't say, I'm going to be this or have this at some point in life. Now, those are good for some bucket list items like, I want to visit all Spanish-speaking countries at least once in my life. That's good, but we're not talking about that here. We're talking about personal goals for you specifically. So have a precise plan, write it down, have a deadline, and this is even the most difficult one, is to share it with others. Because others will give you feedback and keep you sane going through this process. Now, caveat though, one of the rules back there from the last book was only be around people who really want the best for you. Make friends with people who really want the best for you. You can't tell your goals, or I don't encourage to tell your goals to people who are going to rain on your parade. And I don't mean rain on your parade as in give you valuable feedback that's going to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish, but the people who have had their lives, never accomplished their goals, hate their lives, and really don't want you to succeed. And those people might share your last name, to be completely honest with you. You may have to figure out that those people are not right for you. But you have to figure out those people who you can share that, and they will help you progress through this process. Choosing the people who are intimately close to you is one of the hallmarks of actually succeeding in accomplishing the goal. All right, here's the fourth and last way to fail is set a goal, take aim, miss, and then don't learn from it and never start again. That's the whole point. The whole point of never failing is continuing to move forward. You trip, you fall back up, you stand back up and go again. You trip, you stand back up and go again. That is how life is about. Learning that valuable feedback, because the reality is you may encounter something very similar to that situation again, and now you can take that bit of feedback and apply it so you don't stub your toe again. Now, true learning is learning from mistakes and not repeating them. Now, geniuses, on the other hand, which is what I try to be, which I'm not very much a genius in almost anything, learn from other people's mistakes and don't follow those same path. That is how you really become a developed person in a shorter amount of time. Read books, obviously, and take in experiences from those around you. Because I'm not going to encounter every single bad thing in life or every single juncture in life, but other people have. And taking from their experience and applying that to my life, now that is where it is. There is so much valuable feedback in the failures of my life. There are so many more moments of tripping than moments of smooth walking. And that's just life. Life is miserable and usually sucks. So when we have those moments of bliss and success, to cherish those as long as possible. Because the reality is the next failure is right around the corner. So take that failure, take that feedback, and use that to continue moving forward. And don't be discouraged by that, because everyone fails. Everyone messes up. Everyone has bad thoughts. Everyone is fearful at times. But you are awesome, and you can be courageous and choose those small bits of courage throughout the day. Like, for instance, my alarm went off this morning, and I really didn't want to wake up and go to the gym. I wanted to hit snooze and go back to bed. Now, this is one of the good days where I actually did hop up and start my day. And that small bit of courage helps me to stay right where I need to be and accomplishing and doing what I should be out through the day to help me define my life how I want it, not how I think I want it when I'm sleeping. Because I love sleep, but sometimes I sleep too much. If you truly wanted, perhaps you would receive. If you asked, if you truly sought, perhaps you would find what you seek. If you knocked, truly wanting to enter, perhaps the door would open. But there will be times in your life when it will take everything you have to face what is in front of you. Instead of hiding away from a truth so terrible that the only thing worse is the falsehood you long to replace it with. You have to really figure out, do I really want this? Am I really pursuing this? Because casually wanting something in life does not mean you're going to accomplish it. Become that laser focus, that North Star, figure out what that is, create the plan, and execute. And also, one small exercise I think about is, if I do not do what I know I need to do, and do that over weeks, months, and years, what kind of person will I be at the end of that? And the answer is an arrogant, ignorant, lazy guy who sits and plays games and video games and watches TV and does nothing with his life. Take it all the way to the nth degree. That bit of negativity should force me, and it does a lot of times, should encourage me to go right in the straight path and continue moving forward. Having that bit of negativity is very motivating me to continue moving forward. But extrapolate. If you do all the things that you know you shouldn't do, the naughty things, the bad things, and you continue doing that, what kind of person are you going to be after many years? And I think the answer would hopefully motivate you to continue doing the right thing. Those are my 4 ways to fail in goals. I mean, there's so many more ways to fail, but I only had 4, and I can only speak so much. I probably speak, my voice blocks out. But what did you guys think? What steps do you guys have to accomplishing goals? What steps have helped you accomplish your most recent goal? I want to know. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next roll.